I'm not even gonna hide the fact that I'm a massive fan of Amy Winehouse. I think Back to Black is one of the greatest albums ever created in the history of music. It's an album that I've been playing consistently over the years, and it's just a testament to the true greatness of the artist. It's an absolute masterpiece. But with this album also comes a lot of tragedy. Back to Black is a biopic that gives us a retelling of Amy's most prolific years, from her humble beginnings to her rise to fame and ultimately her tragic downfall. Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. The biggest issue that I have with biopics is the fact that how far are you willing to go in terms of authenticity? If you do this, you have to be willing to go all the way. You have to show us the artist as we haven't seen the artist before, in terms of you can't have the good without the bad. How far are you willing to go in terms of taking it to a place where it might actually change people's perspective on the artist? But if you play too safe, you're also diminishing the legacy of the artist. You have to be willing to go all the way, or otherwise it doesn't even make sense to do a biopic at all. It needs to be raw. It needs to be completely unapologetic. It needs to be exactly how the artist would have wanted people to view her life story, and that is the biggest issue that I have with biopics. And it needs to resonate with the audience and the fans alike. I mean, people that don't know Amy's story need to come in and be able to watch this and connect with the artist. And people that have loved the music all these years need to watch this and be able to take away an experience where you're like, this is the reason why I love the artist, and this is the reason why the artist has always been so flawed. And I feel like that is the biggest opportunity that this movie missed, in terms of doing a very accurate retelling and also doing the artist's legacy justice. Just do right by the artist, because at the end of the day, it's a biopic. You're focusing on somebody's life story, so it needs to be as accurate as possible. Although I don't completely dislike the movie, guys, I feel like the movie could have been better. A perfect example of a accurate depiction of Amy would be the A24 documentary titled Amy. They understood the task at hand, and this is a pretty decent movie. It needed to go certain places, and unfortunately, it didn't go there. And that's what I find the most disappointing about this particular movie. I have to take off my hat to Marisa Abela. She deserves a lot of applause for her brilliant performance as Amy. When I first saw her in the trailer, I wasn't convinced. I was skeptical, I'm not gonna lie. But after watching the movie, the fact that she's actually singing here just blew me away, because not everybody can do Amy. It's very difficult. She's a one-in-a-generation artist, and to come off doing vocals that are so pure and remain true to the artist, I definitely have to applaud her for that. And her singing just blew me away. Also, a stunning performance comes from Jack O'Connell, who is equally brilliant as Blake. So in terms of those two performances, I can't knock the movie. It was on point, and Marisa definitely deserves a lot of credit for her performance as Amy. I love the look of the movie. The cinematography is great. It has a distinctive color palette, which I love, and there's a lot of beautiful shots in the movie. When it comes to the music itself, I can sit here and talk about the legacy of Amy's music. It had such a huge personal impact on me at the time when it came out. That's why it just resonates with me so much. It's absolutely timeless, legendary music. You can play this music at any time, any point in, and it will still hit the same. Ultimately, Back to Black is a decent biopic. I was expecting a little more. I am really disappointed. But in terms of doing Amy's legacy justice. It just falls short. I would have loved something that was more authentic, and the movie shouldn't have been afraid to go certain places. As we all know that Amy was a flawed artist, a brilliant artist, but she had a lot of flaws, and you were supposed to show that. That's where you needed to go with the story. You needed to make it feel deeply personal. Another problem I also have is the fact that nowadays there's too much use of a title card at the end of a movie. Why not just give us more footage, than just giving us, just fading to black and just giving us a layout of what actually happened. And if I take Martin Scorsese's Killers of the Flower Moon as an example, he went there and gave us something completely different that what the audience are normally used to. At the end, there was nothing fading to black. He had this whole, epilogue at the end and talking about Molly Burkhart and what happened. But it was done in such a profound way. I'm not saying that the movie should have done the same. I'm just saying that stop using title cards at the end of the movie and just give us the footage. You are making a movie. So give us the footage, and then when you fade to black, the audience can dissect and digest what actually happened. There's no need to give a full layout in wording of what happened. That's one problem that I've been having with movies recently. Movies are afraid nowadays to actually go there and just show us the footage. Backlash and all those things are going to happen regardless. But don't be afraid. Just make it as unapologetic as possible. That's one of the other issues I have, guys. As a rating, I would give the movie a 2.5 out of 5. Yes, that's right down the middle. That's me being as honest as possible. It's a great movie. It does a decent job, but it didn't go far enough. That's why I would give the movie that rating. I was expecting a little more, and it's ultimately not the movie, the biopic that I wanted. This biopic has been in development, for years, and it had a lot of cancellations and things like that. And ultimately, when we did get the movie, it just fell short of giving us an accurate picture of Amy. So that's it for me, guys. Please let me know what you guys think about Back to Black. I know I went on a little bit in this review, but that's because I'm so passionate about Amy as an artist, and I feel like this could have been better. I was expecting a little more, and ultimately the movie just falls short. So please let me know down below, guys. That's it for me. I'll definitely catch you on the next video, and once again, thank you for watching.